All right, welcome everybody here to the Media Center at the Founders Cup presented by the U.S. Virgin Islands. Very happy to welcome Alexandra Swayne, who is a sponsor invite with us this week. Alexandra, since this is your second time playing on the LPGA Tour, I know you've played the U.S. Open before, I would love to just get to know you a little bit. Tell us about yourself and your upbringing in the game of golf.
So actually, I started on island. We had a golf course, Mahogany Run, on St. Thomas. I was living in St. John at the time. I would take the ferry over. My federation coach would pick me up, and I was part of the junior program, and I just grew up playing on island and playing in the junior program. But so I started there. I was part-time there and part-time in Cincinnati. I did online school so that I could pursue golf and traveled around and went to Clemson, graduated in 3 years, and then in 2020 I got my tour card on the Ladies European Tour, and I've been there ever since. So I'm overseas at the moment, so I'm happy to be in the States and in Florida.
Awesome. Well, we're happy to have you here.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you can talk a little, as far as we know, and we did a lot of research, you're the first ever player representing the U.S. Virgin Islands to ever make a start on the LPGA Tour. Can you maybe tell us what that means to you?
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm super blessed and grateful to be representing these three beautiful islands. I wouldn't want to be representing anyone else, so it's just really cool that I have this opportunity and I can show the beauty of these islands.
Mm-hmm. I know, especially after some hurricanes. I mean, your dad was telling your home course is damaged. What does it mean to you to just represent the game of golf, knowing that the islands have taken some damage in the hurricanes?
I mean, we would love to have the golf course back. So any opportunity I can to, get the word out and try and, show that we have a golf course. It's not there. We're gonna try and bring it back. Our golf courses on St. Croix are still alive and well. We have two. We have Buccaneer and Carambola, two completely different golf courses, but gorgeous nonetheless. So we have tourism, golf tourism on island, but unfortunately not where I am. But it's cool. I mean, I don't have the opportunity like I would have on island to practice, so I'm on an airport field. But I make do, and I'm just happy to have the patch on and represent these islands.
Yeah. Speaking of the patch, obviously the U.S. Virgin Islands is our presenting sponsor at the Founders Cup. How cool is it to see a partner that you work with really investing in the game of golf, the game that you love?
It's awesome. They're super invested in their tourism and their sports tourism. I know they have regattas. I know they have triathlons. I know they have some basketball tournaments. I mean, it's going to be really fun tomorrow. I'm going to have the whole federation out here, and I'm going to have some of the government as well as the tourism department. So it'll be good to see them and see their faces. And it's just really cool that they are taking interest in women's golf.
Mm-hmm. I know you have full status on the LAT this year, and this is probably your first professional start of the year. Is that right? At the Founders?
I played NXXT events, which is a mini tour in Florida. Yep. Mm-hmm. But yes, this is one of the first.
Sure. How are you going to use maybe this week to help you prepare for the full season over there in Europe?
I just need to treat this like every other event. After this event, I'm going to the Sunshine Tour in South Africa, and I'll just kickstart my year as well as here and over there. But yeah, I have to treat it like every other event. Yeah. Obviously, I'm grateful to have the opportunity, and I'll take advantage of that. It's just another event.
Yeah, no, awesome. Tell us a little bit about your processes or what treating this like any other event might mean to you.
Same as always, just stick to my routine and my process. I've got a caddy that I know really well, so that's going to be great to have him on the bag. I'll have my mother here throughout the week. My father's here now. Just trying to treat it like every other event, doing the same warm-up, doing the same process on the golf course, and always having fun. That's the most important.
Have you set any goals for yourself this week maybe that you're trying to hit?
To have fun and trust my process.
Awesome.
I know I'm a good player, and I know I'm very capable. So no matter the field, I'm again grateful to be here, but hopeful to play my best.
Yeah. Any players out here you spend a lot of time with? Any you're leaning on this week with this experience?
Yeah, I know a few of the caddies. They've gone from European Tour to here, so I know a few of them quite well. Actually, a few have caddied for me myself. I know some girls from the European Tour, some girls from college. One of my teammates from college is here, so I'm familiar with some of the faces, and obviously you see them on TV.
Awesome. Megan, did you have any? You want to use? Oh, sorry, I kicked the camera. Oh boy.
Perfect. So my one question is, you talked a little bit about, growing to love the game of golf on the U.S. Virgin Islands. Who were some of the LPGA Tour players and just players globally that you really looked up to growing up?
Actually, it was Lexi Thompson. So I was part-time in Cincinnati, and the golf course that you guys play the Kroger Classic at was actually my home golf course. And they had when I was in Cincinnati. And when I was growing up, they had a junior event. I think it was PGA Juniors. And we had a girl staying at our house. Her name was Sarah Brown, and she was best friends with Lexi. And Lexi showed up to my door, and I was like in shock. They were going out to dinner. But I followed her and Sarah Brown. I think they were competing for the lead. And I always grew up watching her and just her strength and her ability. And she's super powerful out there, and something I emulate in my own game.
And you talked a little bit about it earlier, but being able to represent the U.S. Virgin Islands now, when you looked up to Lexi, is it like that way when maybe little girls see you on the golf course as well? What does that feeling mean to you?
I'm hopeful. I know there's some girls back on island that I've grown up playing with that don't really have the opportunity anymore to play, and I'm hopeful that they see my passion and see my drive and are able to put that in their own aspect in golf or in their schooling or whatever. I'm hopeful that my drive can also help theirs.
And then for people that might not know the most about your golf game, just take us through what you think are some of the biggest strengths that we'll see this week at the Founders Cup.
Ooh, my biggest strength. My ball striking is really, really probably my best part of my game. It's gonna be a little bit windy, and I'm hopeful that I'm able to pierce the wind with some of my three-quarter shots. But I'm really lighthearted on the golf course, and I've got a caddy that can help me with that. So I'm hopeful that you can see me smiling down the fairways.
And then what are some of the biggest lessons that maybe you've learned about kind of the game, your game, the way you handle the pro game since turning professional? I
mean, your rookie year, you're going to make a million mistakes, and you just have to learn from them and grow. I'm super grateful to be overseas in Europe. I've definitely grown as a golfer. You have so many different conditions over there, so many different grasses, so many different experiences, from culture to food to money and currency. So I'm sorry, I forgot the question.
No, I was just going to say, what are some of the biggest lessons maybe that you've learned, like since turning professional, that you maybe when you were an amateur you weren't focused on, but now that you are professional that you've really leaned into?
Yeah, I mean, college golf, they kind of babysit you and drag you around and do everything for you. So I've had to plan, where I'm staying, what I'm eating, what I'm going to do, what events, caddy, that type of stuff. So I've definitely learned a lot from that. But yeah, I mean, you're just learning so much. I mean, every day, and I'm sure some of the seniors out here could say the same.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We're excited to have you this week.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having me.